Can I test you guys, if somebody comes over here and seeks asylum, and what they try to do is build a better life, build a family, and they're working on a farm, do you guys think there should be a path to citizenship to become an American? That is the antithesis of what America stands for. You guys are anti-American then.
Yeah, you are.
They are not anti-American. They are not anti-American because you're trying to frame your moral outlook on society on Americans.
The deportations have been great thus far. We've gotten rid of lots of criminals. We've gotten rid of lots of face-tattooed, Satan-worshipping gangsters. I think it's all really good. We have cut crossings over the border down to basically nothing. In May, it was literally nothing, not one man apprehended. Historic lows since then. So that's all been great. Self-deportations have been even better. 2.1 million immigrants have deported foreign-born in just the last 7 months. 1.6 million of them illegal. That's 10% probably of the illegal alien average. The only problem is, if we want to improve our crime statistics, if we want to improve safety, and if we want to improve drains on our public welfare systems, we need to deport more.
Nope.
No, you say no. Why?
Am I kind of start?
I'll go.
So this video is 2 liberals versus 1 conservative, and the first topic is deportations because that is a big topic. I mean, that is a big talking point from the Liberal Party on things that Trump is doing wrong, and it's a big talking point from the Conservative Party on things that Trump is doing right. What side are you on? Comment right now to tell me what side you're on. Let's not waste any more time and get into this.
I say ladies first.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
go. Okay, so here's the thing with the deportations is that you look at it through 3 different lenses. The first lens you could look at it through is the money lens, right? The billionaire lens, where they pay $89 billion in taxes while Tesla and Amazon pay 0. So we're going to toss out 89 billion. But we don't know what, and then the second lens you could look at it through is, they're all criminals. But in reality, a study done by the Justice Department in 2021 showed us that American-born citizens are 10 times more likely to be incarcerated for a weapons charge, 5 times more likely for violent crime, 2 times more likely for drug offenses, and 2 times more likely for property crime over documented and undocumented immigrants. And it's because when they come here, they have more to lose than we do. I'd rather have people here that are willing to cross thousands of miles with just the clothes on their back because they really want to be here. And we've seen our GDP has crashed into the negative. All these farm jobs that you guys all say, I'm going to go, they took our job. They're empty. Why is no one taking them? What's going on?
Okay.
Before anyone responds to her, I just want to respond to her and say this. And nothing she said was morally wrong because morals are subjective, and everything she said it wouldn't harm anyone if that stuff happened. It wouldn't create a worse society necessarily if people came to America and got jobs. And that's the entire issue with this entire debate. She perfectly summarizes the issue. The issue is that people are turning illegal deportations into an ethical and moral debate, when in reality, that's not the case. The debate is it legal or is it illegal? It's illegal. So that's the reason why it's being enforced. It has nothing to do with whether or not you think what they're doing is wrong or right. Yes, a lot of people who come to America through illegal immigration are coming for a better life. That's just true. But that does not mean that what they're doing is legal. And that's the problem. Previously, we've had presidents who did not enforce the law, who ignored the law to fit their own ethical agenda. That's what they did. Donald Trump, what he's doing is legally correct when he says, I'm going to deport illegal immigrants. That is the law. If you have a problem with the way our laws look at immigration, you need to be trying to lobby Congress. You shouldn't be attacking necessarily Trump for this thing because what he's doing is legal when it comes to deportations. That's just reality. You can argue there's illegal things when it comes to his methods, but the fact still stands. People have turned all of this into, I think this is right. No, I think this is wrong. I feel bad. It's not about that. The law is the law.
Adam, do you agree?
I have my own framing that I want to approach this with. Do you want to respond or can I go?
Sure. So you mentioned that the non-illegals, the citizens commit far higher crime. That's a little strange because when you look at the federal docket for just 2024, almost 1/3 of cases on the federal docket are non-citizens. That's much, much higher than their share of the population, which is in the single digits, probably about 5% for illegal aliens alone. Then if you look at the prison population, BOP, 15% of inmates are non-citizens, much, much higher than their share of the population, which is 4%. Then if you look at just the costs to the cities, I can go to New York, my old hometown. The New York comptroller showed that they were spending $1.5 billion in 2023 on the illegal aliens who were there. That number doubled the following year, 2024, to $3 billion. It's over $3 billion this year. So when you say this is a net positive for the economy, they're contributing so much more than the billionaires. When you say they're no good for crime, I don't know. I look at the numbers out of New York. I look at the numbers out of the CBO. I look at the numbers out of the National Academies of Science, and I say they're all contradicting you.
No, your study, I don't ever trust your statistics.
Can I hop in real quick?
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach when it comes to this. I want to start off with the fundamental idea. Everybody in here agrees that if somebody is here illegally and they commit crimes, get them the out of here, right?
Yes.
Get them the hell out of here.
Yeah.
If somebody is here, listen.
Yeah, did you just hear
No,
what
not
you
all
said?
of them.
If they're here illegally.
No, not all of them.
You said if they're here illegally.
Michael.
Not all of them.
Michael, is there a difference between a civil and a criminal violation?
Well,
wait, is crossing the border illegally a civil or a criminal violation?
It depends on the case, but it can be a civil violation.
It can be a civil violation, so
it's
it's not inherently illegal. So can I just...
It can be a civil violation.
Okay, so let's all start off with the fundamental idea
but
that
it's
if
still
somebody
illegal.
is here
It's still illegal,
illegally...
right?
No, it's not. It is a civil violation.
Well,
it is not a criminal...
What does illegal mean?
Criminals.
What does illegal
No, they
refer
just
to? It
call
refers
them
to the law.
criminals. Okay, so let me just get into this. I can start with the fundamental idea that if somebody's here illegally and they commit crimes, they should be sent to another country's prison. And I'm a libtard. By all standards, I'm a libtard, and I believe that. But that is not what the Trump administration is prioritizing. They have reallocated funds meant for the deportation of criminals towards the deportation of farm workers, the deportation of people going to the courthouse. Trump made a true social post. Listen, Trump made a true social post where he said, all the great farmers of Iowa just called me and said, I am deporting too many of their... Did that happen? Did he make that true social post?
Yeah, unfortunately, he stopped deporting them, but he should have continued deporting them.
So your issue right here is that you always say liberals are taking these 80-20 positions, and you're not quite there, but you're getting closer to the 80-20 position than we are. 70% of Americans want a legal pathway for people who are here contributing to the country, and what Donald Trump is doing, one more point, what Donald Trump is doing is criminalizing asylum en masse and prioritizing the deportation of farm workers and other people.
Adam, most of the illegals are asylum seekers, or are they economic migrants?
Wait, listen to what you just said.
Yeah.
Most of the illegals are asylum seekers. Asylum seeking is not illegal, Michael.
No, it's not.
Is asylum seeking
illegal?
illegal?
That's
a pathway.
Oh, sorry then.
The people that we would call illegal aliens, non-citizens in the United States who aren't on a green card, who are not here on a visa, are most of them asylum seekers, or are they economic migrants?
What percent of the people deported...
You're not going to answer that question because you know the answer.
Wait, no. What percent of the people deported have had criminal violations? It's only 30 to 40%.
Yeah.
So 60% of the people deported have no criminal violations. Guys,
they're not rounding up.
Can I test the audience? Can I test you guys? If somebody comes over here and seeks asylum, and what they try to do is build a better life, build a family, and they're working on a farm, do you guys think there should be a path to citizenship to become an American? That is the antithesis of what America stands for. You guys are anti-American then.
Yeah, you are.
They are not anti-American. They are not anti-American because you're trying to frame your moral outlook on society on Americans. And here's the thing. Americans do not care about your morals. We all have morals. We all have things that we think are important. But here's the reality. America is built on laws, and people forget that when we have this debate, and I don't understand why. The people who are saying illegal immigration is wrong can ethically still support illegal immigration, and they would probably do the same thing. They probably would, because when people say illegal immigration is wrong, you're implying that they're looking at it from the same lens you're looking at it from. They aren't looking at it from their own moral in their heart. In their heart, they can still support it. But the law says it's illegal. So the president legally has to enforce deportations. The problem is how aggressive they enforce it. They decide how aggressively they enforce it. The problem that people had with the previous administration, Biden's administration, is that they were arguing he wasn't enforcing it at all, which is illegal. But when it comes to Trump, their argument is that he's enforcing it too aggressively, and they're implying a lot of his enforcements are illegal. But the fact still stands. Illegal immigration is against the law. And when you look at a group of people who don't support it and say, you're anti-American for not supporting it, you're better off trying to lobby Congress. I'm going to be honest. You're better off trying to lobby Congress because what you're doing is short-term. It's short-sighted. This president may deport them aggressively. The next one may not. But guess what? The law will still be the same in 2025, in 2035, in 2045. And they will just keep flip-flopping over and over again. If you want long-term change, go after Congress. Try to lobby Congress. Change that law. But you're just looking at people calling them anti-American. It's just foolish to me.
Anti-American.
Can you imagine going to a Nashville bar, talking to great patriots, and saying you're anti-American? That's the craziest thing
America
I ever
was
heard.
built off of immigrant.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Adam, you can
Right
finish your
here.
point. Then we got some questions.
Right here.
Okay.
Okay, to the panel. Americans will work every single job. They just want to be paid a wage that's worth it and treated well. The only reason, let me talk. The only reason that we have illegal immigration and so much legal immigration is because the corporate lobby wants cheap labor and they can treat their workers like shit.
Hey, hold on. I want to make a correction. The other reason is that Democrats want a permanent electoral majority.
Correct.
That's the other reason.
They want an electorate where they do not have to campaign. They don't need good ideas. They will just win every single election because of the people they imported.
That's funny
So,
because
okay, no,
Latinos went red.
No,
Latinos went closer to being red this election, so it's
Okay,
kind
but
of funny.
do you think that once we deport everyone, that suddenly Congress is going to raise minimum wage?
It's not about the
they're
minimum
not.
wage. It's
will
about
do that.
labor
No, and
economics.
also you should
Wages
be
go up
blaming
when there are
the
less people to do the
corporate
job.
men who are taking
Wages will go up when there's less
advantage
people
and
to do the
exploiting
job.
them.
That guy is seriously vying for a VIP table spot. A Mayflower.
you-
Wait.
No, I'm
wait,
going to say something.
wait.
No, I want to say
Am
one
I
more
going to
thing.
go?
Okay, I want to say one more thing right now.
Okay.
So this whole mass deportation thing, first off, they're not going to raise minimum wage for you because everyone's
I'm not
fine.
asking you to do that.
And you
I'm
should-
not
I
asking
think,
you to do that.
I think what he's saying is because
It's not
there-
about the minimum wage.
Right, because there are
But-
pressures on the labor market when you flood it with,
Correct.
with local.
I'm a
So you
contractor.
should blame the
I'm a
men at the top
contractor.
who are hiring and exploiting them. That's
Because
why.
they're available. That's
Also,
the market.
this
That's
whole
the
mass
market.
deportation thing, just so everyone knows, it is all to fuel the racism in this country.
No, it's
when
not.
in reality,
No, it's not.
when
No,
in
it's not.
reality, stop. In reality, the only color that matters in this country is green. Are you green enough? And 99% of us are not. So you're not going to get a pass unless you can pay for it.
No, but yeah, but all,
Money.
But to our earlier point, if that were true, though, Ceci, the illegal aliens are a drain on resources at the state
Yep.
and local
They're
level.
not.
So
They're not.
They're not.
according to
Can I
the,
help?
according
Yes,
to
they
the
are. They
CBO,
take more than they put in.
Congressional
They're not.
Budget Office.
Oh, the CBO that you guys don't trust when it's
And-
convenient for you?
But also according
Wait,
to the
do you
National
trust the
Academies
CBO
of
on the
Science.
big beautiful bill?
Well, I certainly trust it more than Adam Mockler. Do you believe the CBO or no?
Listen, if we enacted the mass deportation that Donald Trump wants, over the next decade, $900 billion would increase the deficit, 3.3% of
Who
our
pays for
GDP
their
would be hopped
insurance?
off. Okay, wait.
Who pays for their health care?
Wait, can I ask you a question?
I don't have insurance.
Can I ask you a question? Would you be okay with people being here, immigrating here?
Probably not. No.
Listen,
Probably not.
Can I ask you
Probably
what?
not.
so you're just un-American.
Wait, I just want to
So
ask
you're just
something.
un-American.
But
I
can
wasn't
I
born
just
here.
want to
I wasn't
ask
even
the
born here.
audience.
No,
You
I
weren't
don't
born
want-
here?
No.
And you don't want people to immigrate here?
Because we have more than enough.
Yeah,
No. This guy is saying we have more than enough. He has personal problems with immigration, even though he ironically was not born in America. It's a very strange way of thinking. It's weird, borderline weird, if I'm being honest with you. You came to America, you don't want other people to come here because we have more than enough. When you are ironically not born American, is weird. Nonetheless, the person he's debating it, the one in the suit in the middle, he's still trying to frame this as a, you're not American if you don't support this. It's weird. It's just a weird debate. This has nothing to do with someone being un-American or anti-American. This is about the laws. What does the law say? You do understand somebody can ethically support illegal immigration. They can see the morality in it, the ethics in it. They can see it, but they can still be like, it's illegal, it's wrong. Like if somebody steals baby formula from a store because they can't afford to feed their children right now, somebody can see the ethics in that, but they can still be objective and say it's illegal, and you still need to, do the time for it. So he has a very like political commentator, like he's trying to manipulate people into seeing his side, like these buzzwords, like you're anti-American, you hate America. No, bro, it's not that. It's just a strange way of looking at society. But nonetheless, I'm gonna end the video here. Let me know what you all think. My name is LFR Jojo.